You ever arrive somewhere and realize you have absolutely no memory of how you got there? Not in a cool dissociative way, more like, wow, my body kidnapped me and drove. You pull into a parking lot, turn off the engine, and suddenly it hits you. You were thinking about nothing. Or worse, you were replaying a conversation from 2014. Meanwhile, your body handled traffic lights, lane changes, and that one aggressive roundabout like a professional stunt driver. This is your brain's autopilot system, also known as procedural memory, taking the wheel. Once you've done something enough times, walking, driving, brushing your teeth, your conscious mind gets fired from the job. It's too slow, too chatty, and frankly too busy worrying about imaginary arguments. So your brain shoves the task into the subconscious department, where it runs silently in the background like a sketchy app you forgot you installed. The weird part is that this system is often better than you. Reaction times improve, movements smooth out, you stop overthinking. The second you become aware of it though, everything falls apart. Suddenly, you're gripping the steering wheel like it's a wild animal, manually blinking, manually breathing, manually existing. Congratulations, you've been promoted back to consciousness and you're terrible at it. Basically, your body is perfectly capable of running your life without your permission, and it only checks in when something goes wrong. Think of it less like a helpful assistant and more like a silent coup. Imagine you're calmly existing when something flies at your face. You don't think, you don't analyze, you don't weigh your options. You flinch like your soul just tried to escape through your spine. Hands up, eyes shut, shoulders raised, dignity gone. That's not you reacting. That's your body slamming the emergency button before your brain even loads the situation. The flinch reflex is ancient, older than language, older than logic. It exists for one reason: don't die. Anything moving fast toward your face could be a rock, a predator, or a poorly thrown slice of pizza. Your nervous system does not care which one it is. It responds the same way every time. What's funny is how insultingly fast it is. The signal doesn't even go through the thinking part of your brain. It takes a shortcut through the spinal cord, like, no time to explain, just panic. By the time your conscious mind catches up, your body has already ducked, blocked, and emotionally overreacted. This is why you can't decide not to flinch. You can tell yourself to stay calm all day, but your body does not attend meetings. It does not read motivational quotes. It sees danger and throws hands. Basically, your reflexes don't trust you to make good decisions under pressure, and honestly, they're probably right. There is no negotiation quite as one-sided as your body deciding it's time to use the bathroom. One minute you're fine, the next minute your organs have scheduled an emergency meeting and you are not invited. What's happening is a classic override. Your bladder and intestines communicate with your brain constantly, but most of the time those signals are politely ignored. Then suddenly, the signal crosses a threshold. The message changes from, hey, just a heads up, to drop everything. This is your entire personality now. Your conscious mind might argue, we can wait. We're in public. This is inconvenient. Your body does not care. Muscles tense, focus narrows. Every available brain cell is reassigned to the mission of finding a bathroom. You could be in the middle of an important conversation and your body will straight up hijack your attention like, cool story, but survival first. This override exists because holding waste too long used to be genuinely dangerous. Infections, injuries, predators, your body evolved to treat elimination as urgent business. Modern society added pants and social norms, but biology never got the memo. So when your body flips the switch, it's not being dramatic. It's enforcing ancient rules with zero concern for your schedule. Basically, your organs are running a dictatorship and you are just the spokesperson. You see someone yawn and suddenly your mouth opens like it got a notification you didn't read. You weren't tired, you didn't feel sleepy, but now you're yawning, eyes watering, jaw stretching like your body just remembered it has a mouth. Yawning is one of the most aggressive examples of your body overriding free will through social wiring. It's contagious not because you're bored, but because your brain is constantly mirroring other humans to stay socially aligned. Somewhere deep inside, your nervous system sees a yawn and goes, group state change detected. Initiate synchronization. Scientists still argue about why yawning exists at all. Some say it cools the brain, others say it boosts alertness, but the contagious part is almost definitely tied to empathy and social bonding. The more connected you feel to someone, the more likely you are to yawn when they do, which is awkward because it means your body just exposed your emotional closeness without consent. The best part is how impossible it is to resist. You can clench your jaw, breathe through your nose, stare intensely at the floor. Doesn't matter. Once the signal fires, your body commits. And if you try to suppress it, you just end up looking like a malfunctioning robot. Basically, your body treats yawning like a group software update. One person installs it, and suddenly everyone's system is rebooting whether they like it or not. You expect fear to make you run or scream. Instead, sometimes it turns you into a statue. Heart racing, muscles locked, brain screaming, move, while your body responds with absolutely nothing. This is the freeze response, and it's the least glamorous of your survival instincts. Fight and flight get all the attention, but freeze is the one that shows up when your body decides neither option is smart. In the wild, freezing made predators lose interest. If you don't move, you're not prey, so your nervous system still keeps that option loaded. The problem is, modern threats don't care if you freeze. Social embarrassment, public speaking, confrontation, these aren't things you can out-statue. But your body doesn't update its threat database, it just detects danger and hits pause. What makes this worse is that freezing feels like a betrayal. You know what you want to say, you know what you should do, and your body just refuses. Muscles tense, breathing goes shallow, time stretches out like a bad dream. This isn't weakness, it's your nervous system taking control because it thinks you're about to die, which is dramatic, yes, but also kind of sweet in a deeply inconvenient way. Basically, your body is overprotective and emotionally stuck in the Stone Age. Your phone isn't vibrating, it's on the table, you can see it, and yet your thigh just swore something happened. Phantom vibrations are your brain's way of being too good at pattern recognition. You've trained your nervous system to expect notifications constantly. Buzz means attention. Buzz means social connection. Buzz means maybe dopamine, so your brain starts filling in the gaps, like a bored intern inventing work. What's wild is that the sensation feels completely real. That's because it is real. Your brain generated it internally. Tiny muscle twitches, nerve misfires, sensory expectations all line up and your body goes, yep, that was a buzz. No external input required. This override happens because your body prioritizes potential information over accuracy. Missing a message feels more threatening than checking your phone for nothing, so your nervous system chooses false positives. Better to be wrong than disconnected. Basically, your body is so desperate to stay socially plugged in that it's willing to hallucinate mild technology. Your phone didn't move, your brain just got lonely. Nothing exposes the gap between mind and body like laughing when you absolutely should not be laughing. Funerals, serious meetings, someone getting mildly injured in a way that's not funny, but somehow is. This happens because laughter isn't just about humor, it's also a stress release valve. When tension spikes, your body looks for any exit. Sometimes it chooses laughter, even if that laughter is socially catastrophic. Your conscious mind knows this is inappropriate. Your body does not care. It's trying to regulate emotions, not protect your reputation. Laughter releases endorphins, relaxes muscles, and signals to others that things aren't completely out of control. Unfortunately, context is not its strong suit. The harder you try to suppress it, the worse it gets. Now you're tense, ashamed, and vibrating internally like a shaken soda can, and then, psst, it escapes. Basically, your body uses laughter the way a computer uses a fan. When things get too hot, it spins up automatically, regardless of how embarrassing the noise is. You're drifting off cozy, brain fading out, when suddenly your body decides you're falling out of a tree and violently jerks you back into consciousness. Heart pounding, muscles twitching, sleep absolutely ruined. This is called a hypnic jerk, and it's one of the clearest examples of your body not trusting the shutdown process. As you fall asleep, your muscles relax and your breathing slows. To your ancient brain, this feels suspiciously like dying, so it sends a quick test signal. Are we falling? Are we in danger? Should we panic just in case? That jolt is your nervous system slamming the brakes. It's the biological equivalent of checking your phone charger 3 times before bed. Annoying, unnecessary, but emotionally comforting. Stress, caffeine, and irregular sleep make this more likely because they keep your brain half alert. You're not fully asleep, not fully awake, stuck in the worst possible loading screen. So your body jumps you back to safety like, nope, not ready. Basically, your body would rather ruin your sleep than risk you being eaten by an imaginary predator in a modern bedroom. Overprotective? Yes. Loyal? Also yes. You tell yourself you're fine, you are absolutely emotionally fine, and then your eyes start leaking like they've been hacked. Crying is one of the most blatant overrides your body has. You don't decide to cry, you discover you're crying. By the time your conscious mind notices, your tear ducts have already committed to the bit. This happens because emotional processing lives deeper than thought. Your body responds to stress, loss, frustration, or relief before you can narrate it. Tears release stress hormones and activate calming systems. From your body's perspective, crying is maintenance, not drama. The worst part is that crying often shows up late, hours or days after the event. Your body waited until you were safe to process it, then dumped the emotional backlog all at once. Surprise? It's feelings. Trying to stop it rarely works. You can clench your jaw, stare at the ceiling, swallow aggressively. Your body will continue crying like, no, we're doing this now. Basically, your tear ducts are HR for your emotions. You don't get a vote, you get a memo. Nothing makes you feel less in control than suddenly becoming aware of your own breathing. The moment you think about it, it goes wrong. Too shallow, too fast, too manual. Congratulations, you've unlocked respiratory anxiety. Breathing is supposed to be automatic. That's the whole point. Your body handles it in the background so you can focus on literally anything else. But the second your conscious mind interferes, everything feels broken. This usually happens during stress or panic, when your body senses danger and shifts breathing patterns to prepare for action. Faster breaths mean more oxygen, but they also mean dizziness, tingling, and the terrifying sensation that something is very wrong. Your conscious mind tries to fix it by taking control. Bad idea. Now you're micromanaging a system that's been working fine for your entire life. The more you focus, the worse it feels. The fix is counterintuitive. Stop trying. Let the body retake control. Slow breathing returns when your nervous system feels safe again. Basically, your body knows how to breathe, you don't, and the more you try to help, the more you get in the way. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.